Hi guys, Moto X Andrew here, and I'm going to be doing a irtue installation video for UL Pm7 because I didn't see any up on YouTube, so I figured I'd do one for you. Alright, so let's get started. Now, I am going to do every single step in front of you because there is a lot of conspiracy people on the internet saying, no, you did a trick while you weren't recording. So, only thing I didn't do on the camera was remove the grip screws. And honestly, if you're going to be a conspiracy freak about grip screws, go see a therapist. Alright? So let's get started. So, literally I'm going to, bye-bye barrel. Okay. But guys, a little recommendation, when you're unscrewing things and putting them in a screw, put them in a plastic jar, alright? Makes them much easier to hold on to. So, go ahead and take off the grips. Okay. Let me just zoom out here. And I know when I'm working, often I like to have everything removed. So, take out the macro line. Okay. I even take out the inline reg. Alright, I'm sorry, this is kind of hard how I position the camera. Of course, take out the battery. Okay. And right here, see that little solenoid screw? Pull that out. Now guys, be careful when pulling this out because these little wires weren't meant to have much stress on them. And when you pull that, you're likely to just tear them. So just kind of wiggle it out a little and voila. Okay? So let's get started. Okay, where's my Allen key? Alright. Yes, I know I do have some aftermarket screws on here. So let's see. So first unscrew your frame screws right there. Okay. So let me just do that. And let's see if I can get the rest out with my fingers. Voila. Okay. So, into the jar, and here I'll do it from this side. Okay. Now, gotta give it another turn with my Allen key. That do it. There we go. Yep. Pull that out. Okay. Now be very careful here to hold the frame and the body together because this is the part where they come apart. And now just kind of gently pull them apart. Make sure your solenoid wire doesn't get stuck. Alright, then you can pull them apart. Set this side apart. Okay, now this is probably the trickiest part of all. Go to dad. I'm sorry guys, my little brother's here. He wants to watch. Nikki, go to dad. Okay, fine. You don't want to, whatever. Alright, so go and tell him I'm busy. Close the door on your way out. Okay, so here we have the body. Alright, there's your solenoid right there. Alright, you got two little screws right there and there. If you can see those two right there. Okay, so get a little screwdriver. Now, after these do release from the threads, they will still spin. So what else I recommend you get? So one of these little magnets. You can get them at the dollar store for obviously $1. So let me just find the right screwdriver for this. They are Phillips heads. And yep, okay. On number 0. Okay. So now go ahead and unscrew these. Okay. Just gonna do this very carefully. And now, careful because there is a little washer. Alright, the magnet will pull up the washer though. And I don't even put that in the normal bin, I put that in the lid to the bin. The reason it's a good idea to have the lid, you guys, is because if you ever want to take a break from working, put the lid on there so if it tips over, all your little screws don't go falling out, because everybody in the paintball world knows what a bitch it is to go and find replacement screws, okay? I'm not even kidding, I'll bet you they know me personally at Lowe's by now because I have to buy so many screws. So where's my magnet? Pull that out, right there. Okay, so now your solenoid can slide out. Now here's where you got to be really careful, okay? Right there, you see that little black part on the solenoid? Here, I'll even take it off for you if I can. So you know what? I don't even want to, but that little black part right there, a little rubbery black thing, okay? Careful with that. What that'll do is, that's the gasket. By the way, if you're ever at your local pro shop, pick up a few spare ones of these. I think they're like 50 cents each. What they will do is they'll save you a lot of trouble because this is what prevents the leaking. Okay, this will prevent leaking, and I learned that the hard way. Okay, if this is not in there properly when you put it back in, because it might tend to slide around, your gun will leak. All right, whoops, your gun will leak. So be very careful with that. Okay, so here we are. You know, we've reached pretty much everything. This is the part where you take the eye covers off. Let me just get my Allen key for the eye covers. Oops, it is. Okay, let's just move that out of the way. Now, the screws in the eye covers, as you will see, they're not exactly, let me show you, they're not in the top, they're inside a little slot, if you can see that slot well, right there. Okay, so keep them in. Alright, and remove the other side eye cover. Okay, now some people might use tweezers. I mean, I have a spare pair of tweezers here with me. I'll show you what for. Oh, yeah. See, just lost a little screw. I hear it. Ha! There you are. See, guys, that's what I'm telling you. Losing these screws is not fun because you get a panic attack. Because to find a new one, oh boy, that's not fun. So found you. Tricky little son of a bitch. Alright. Put that aside. Alright, let's see now. Grab your Virtue eyes right here. Pm7. Okay. Pull them out. Now, of course, they are ribbon. They are very, very, very fragile, so be careful with them. Now, feeding them through, there is a few different ways. Even I'm not that good at feeding them through. Okay, so right here, alright, you see those two little holes? That's where they're going to feed in through. So here, I'll show you. I'll feed it in through the one on the left first. Okay. I'll be very careful because this is probably one of the trickiest parts, especially for the bulb. So you see it's fed through right there. There's the bulb. And then you do twist it to put it back in. To put it in. Like that. So it should look like that. I don't know how well you can see that, like that when it's in there properly. Okay, so then what I like to do